You're a terrible man, but an excellent friend.
If you're hearing our voices, it means it's time for It's This Meets That, the podcast where we watch the worst movies from trailer to end credits, scene by scene, so you don't have to, but maybe you should. I'm Russ.
I'm Jared.
I love when I know the quotes you're gonna pull. But they're not about me. It's not about me.
It's right? Exactly. It has nothing to do with you.
All right, so we're back. Part 2.
We made it.
Breakdown of, well, not yet.
Well, we made it to the second part.
Part 2 of our breakdown of Siberia, the 2018 Keanu Reeves thriller romance steamy thing.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Pictures, moving pictures.
Yeah.
Where did we left? So we left off, they were in the woods. He met the brothers and the friends. They went hunting for bears. They unloaded a bear. We got a dead dog, we got a dead bear.
Yeah.
And we've got a Ivan, a brother who is approving of Keanu a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah.
A little bit.
We still got our missing Piotr.
Like, hey man, thanks for shooting my dog.
Right, yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, buddy, for putting my dog down for me. Yeah, we still got a missing Piotr. We have no idea where Piotr is, right? He's not answering his phone. We got a lot of voicemails to him.
Mm-hmm.
Molly Ringwald, we've seen her a couple times. That's about it. I think she's done. And
yeah, we'll get one more briefly.
We do get one more. So then we're back at the hotel after the hunting excursion, right?
Yep, exactly.
And Keanu's making some calls, and he's making plans to return to St. Petersburg, right?
That's right. And then he leaves another voicemail for Piotr.
Oh my god, dude! Enough of the voicemails. Like,
this is my new number. Call me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus. All
So
right.
he's changing numbers like every 5 seconds here.
Yeah, and then we get quick transition shot from the trailer of the SUV driving through a small town. It's going. He's going to Katya's house, right?
Yep.
He goes to see Katya, and they immediately strong sexual content.
Surprise, surprise.
Strong sexual content.
Yeah, we won't describe it for you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Just Google it on one of your favorite websites, and it'll probably come up.
Yeah.
If you're that interested.
Oh my god. If you're old enough for such things.
Oh, right. And you don't live in Louisiana or
or other places.
Yeah, other places where that stuff is banned because world. Okay, so then they're done with that, right? We're at Katya's house a little later. It's been a long time since we've had this. I'm going to call it.
It has been, thankfully.
I'm going to call it. I mean, it is a craft, but that's still.
That's card drinking.
That's card drinking. So not
Mm-hmm.
only does Keanu drink this sick bastard, not only does he drink straight from the craft here, basically drinking from the carton. Let's just call it drinking from the carton, right?
Yep.
He's also doing it at someone else's house. It's not even his own house.
I know. Call it what it is. And also looking at pictures.
Yeah, like a creep.
On the fridge, like a creep.
Like a total creep. And then she shows up and she drinks out of the craft as well.
Well, no, she calls him out first.
Oh, does she?
Like, you sicko. She's like, I don't know what they do in America, but in Russia, we have glasses.
Did I miss that entirely? Holy smokes.
Yeah. And he's like, no. Whoa. He's here. And he just like hands her the carafe and she starts drinking from it too. And I was like, stick to your guns.
Yeah, don't fall for that behavior. Oh, it's terrible.
Animals.
Jesus. And then, they just do family photo time and we learn all about her family and that.
Yeah. He's like, tell me about your parents.
She's dead.
Like, well, this is my other brother and my other brother and my other brother and my other brother.
My other brother and blah, blah, blah.
Vladimir wasn't born yet.
Yeah. What is going on? Who cares? Yeah. And then we found out her parents died, right? And she took over the cafe because, like, why not your brothers? And she's like, because they're idiots, basically. And my father would be rolling his grave if they were doing something like that. So
exactly.
So she had to come back to run the cafe, right?
Yep.
A little backstory.
Then we get the bath scene from the trailer.
He's like, I got to go back to St. Petersburg, right? And she's like,
got a situation.
She's like, he wants him to stay. And then talk about Anton being a good guy. And she's like, is your wife a good lady? And she's like, it's not about being good. And she's
he says very much.
Yeah. Yes. Like, yeah.
And yet here you are.
Here you are. And he's like, oh, me and my wife, we got like kind of an arrangement. We're old friends, right?
We're old friends. When you're old friends, sometimes you squint away things.
What is
the thing about squinting? You can never be certain what you might be seeing.
Don't mansplain squinting to me, you jerk.
And she's like, my grandfather was in the gulag. You know about the gulag? I love the dialogue in this movie.
I almost just spit take all across my laptop on that one. Like
yeah, my grandfather's in the gulag.
Like what a transition! Like we went from infidelity conversation to squinting to the gulag. You know, if there's any time I could bring up the gulag, I'm going to bring it up.
And this story comes back later, but it's also wicked stupid because it's just like,
yeah,
she's like, you know, some people in the gulag, they give you a flint and they use it to try and light the stove, and it's like really difficult. But then other people, you give the flint and they just burn the whole hut down. And you're like, what's the moral of the story? Like, which is preferred?
It's like some kind of analogy she's kind of make to about his life and his wife, which comes back later, right? Like he says later on, right?
Right. Exactly. And I don't get it.
It's too much, a little too over the top. So
yeah, but he does do a quick, I'm so sorry for the bird. And she's like, where'd you hear that? He's like, your brother.
Your brothers.
I do appreciate it.
He leaves, she walks him out, right? And we got Ivan across the way. He's looking not too happy.
Watching as they make out. Yeah.
Yeah. And we're right about soon to be halfway-ish, right? I think soon. So
yep.
And yeah, Ivan's just chopping some logs. And we cut back to the St. Petersburg Hotel, right?
Yep.
And we learned from the clerk that
Mr. Hill.
Was it Boris that has been calling 3 to 4 times a day?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Not Barkov. Barkov, yeah. Jesus. And then we're
still no Piotr. We're asking about Piotr again. He's done so.
Yeah, he's done so. Like, give up. And then we're in a hotel room and he's got a gun.
Yeah, well, he's just like looking around the room and he like finds a gun, like stumbles across it. He's like, oh, a gun.
Yeah, which I don't think that gun ever really comes back. The handgun.
It does for like a second briefly in like another scene, but no, it doesn't come back in any significant way.
Yeah, Chekhov's gun. If you show a gun, it better go off a couple scenes later or in the third act, right?
It would have been way easier to use that than the rifle that he ended up using at the end, in my opinion.
Right. Yes, I agree.
What do I know?
I mean, we're not big gun guys here, but
sure. But yeah, anyway, fascinating choices. Then he sees a candle over on the dresser and he's like, wait a minute. And then he like throws it on the floor and stomps on it. And there's another diamond. Yeah, exactly. You're like, whoa. Diamond. The blue kind.
And then he's on the phone with Katya and he's like, hey, get on a plane. I'll send a plane. Come here to St. Petersburg and bring the candle.
She's like, that's strange.
Yeah. And she's like, so you want the candle, not me? And he's like, sorry. If you come here, you'll see how much you're wanted.
What? Yeah. She's like, is this humor? American humor?
Is this Amerikansky humor? It's German, but whatever.
Yeah. Oh, it's American humor.
It's American humor.
Oh, no. Sorry, German listeners.
Yeah, sorry.
We're trying to only do Russian accents.
I know. Sometimes they just bleed in, it's easy. And then we get diamond viewing stuff, all from the trailer, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He's checking out a diamond and it's all good, right?
Do you think people like the accents, like earnest, like actually? Or do you think people get offended? Like, is that when people turn off the episode?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think that people come for the accents, really.
I don't like listeners. Like, give us feedback. Like, if it upsets you, don't just turn us off. Like, make us be better. I
don't know. Maybe you can go listen to other podcasts, I guess, but.
Well, no, but we want you here to listen to this one.
Sure. I don't want to stop doing accents, though. They're so much fun.
I know. I prefer not to. But like, tell us if it's like a real big problem. But I don't think it is.
I don't think it is.
Tell us if you love it. Tell us if you want to do more.
I mean, we're doing all the ones that are okay to do. We're not doing ones that. Yeah. I mean, there's ones you can't do, right?
Yeah. Definitely not.
So I think we're good. Germans, Russians, pirates. We do Germans, Russians, and pirates.
Italians,
Italians and Boston. So
British people.
Yep, yeah, we do British too. So
yeah,
sometimes Australian.
Yeah. All the colonizers are fair game.
Yeah, I think so. And pirates, So and Gerard Butler. So
pirates aren't an accent.
They are.
Yeah, listeners, if you know a pirate and you're upset about the way that we portray pirates on this podcast, please let us know.
Let us know. Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, but otherwise, if you think we should do more voice work, Russ and I we're thinking about launch, as we always say, we're launching something.
ITMT we might launch voice work.
Might launch a Patreon or something where we could do some scripted content.
Yeah,
I feel like you and I could come up with some good short stories, do some good accent work. Maybe
you want us to like call one of your friends or something and wish them a happy birthday in an accent.
We could do that too.
Absolutely. Anything for a buck.
That's right. Anything for a buck.
ITMT voicemail, where we mail you our voices.
Yeah, we watch the worst movies so you don't have to, is our primary slogan. Secondary slogan, anything for a buck.
All right, where were we? All right, so now we're in a phone call with he's on a phone call with Boris now, right?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, well, I'll get the sample. I'm running out of, and we got Boris being like, I need sample. We're running out of air, right?
Yeah. Heirloom is almost gone. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
And he's like, I got the sample. That's all I have. I need more time. And he's like, oh, if you have the sample, you have everything. Unless you're talking to those South Africans.
Hey, are you talking to them?
You talking to those guys?
And then they make dinner plans, basically, right?
I'll take you and your guys out tomorrow night at 8. And he's like, no, 10 o'clock. This is St. Petersburg.
Yeah.
Nothing of any use happens before 10 o'clock.
I mean, I think I tell you that every single time we hang out. I'm like, nothing good happens before 10.
And I always tell you nothing good happens after 2. So we've got a 4-hour window.
I think I've cut it down to nothing good happens after 1, but whatever.
Fair enough.
So then we're back to Keanu hotel room. He's loading a gun, right? Which this is really strange. I kind of want to go back to the trailer, but I feel like this shot in the trailer the picture is flipped. Do you remember?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's really weird because like in the trailer he's cocking the gun, and in the trailer he's facing to the right. In the movie, he's facing to the left. I was like, what? They said this happens twice. I caught it again. I was like, why? What is this?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So kind of strange.
Yeah, good catch.
Yeah, little fun thing for you. And then we get
his phone rings.
Yep.
And it's our boy Vincent again.
Vinny, what up?
He's like, come to the Lions Bridge tomorrow, 9 a.m. You're like, wait, he's got so many appointments now.
I know. We got 10 p.m. We got 9 a.m. What is going on?
Yeah. And I thought that the 10 p.m. was tonight, not tomorrow.
Yeah, no, it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. Sorry, I was letting the motorcycle pass.
I thought it was ITM Tron.
No, he's getting angry. Wrap it up. So we're next day. We're at the bridge, right? Mm-hmm. Shot from the trailer. Basically, Vinny here. He's like, "Hey, man, I'm giving you a warning. Just you got to get out of here. Yeah, what are you doing?" Mm-hmm. Right?
It's like, well, he's like, apologies for all the drama, but and Keanu's like, you've watched too many spy movies. And Vince's like, no, you've watched too few. Too few, my friend.
He's South African via Germany.
South African.
Where is the child?
But repay the debt for Lagos. Apparently, Keanu saved his life at some point.
Him asking him a favor later on, kind of pays off. A little setup like, oh, Vincent, they're buddies. He's helped them out. They've helped each other out, so he'll get him out of something, right?
Exactly.
So basically, that whole scene is just basically, hey, man, just go home before it's too late. But that's the gist of that whole thing. He's giving me a warning. But then we're at the airport.
He's like on the phone with Andre. And he's like, look, where's Piotr? Is he fucking me over?
Yeah.
Andre's like, no. And he's like, well, he took my diamonds, so it seems like he's fucking me over.
Yeah.
Just so you know, like the FSB is involved at this point, and like things are not
secret security over there. You don't want to be, you don't want to be hanging out. You don't want the FSB on you, right?
Yeah. KGB, for our not so Russia savvy listeners, is the former named KGB. Now the FSB. Come on. Kind of the same.
They ask the questions.
Exactly. Not great.
Not great. You don't want them on your case.
Yeah. But then Katja shows up and they make out in the car.
Yeah. Get a little handsy in the car right back to the hotel. So then we're at the hotel room, back to the hotel room, right? He cracks another diamond. There was another candle. There's diamond in it.
Well, it's the one that she brought. This is because he picks her up at the airport.
Right.
He's like, scans it and it's counter. Fuck.
Yeah. But it looks real as shit though, right? And he's like, I need a dozen of these though, but I've only got one.
Yeah.
And that's a problem, right? And like stuff from the trailer, right? He's like, is that a problem? He's like, I got lots of problems, babe. Yeah. And then we learn more that the wife knows about the diamond dealing, right?
Yeah. Well, the gun comes back to you because she's like, tell me about the gun. He's like, it's Piotr's. She's like, you found him? No.
And then she walks around. She's in like the back room and she like starts sniffing soap
stuff.
Yeah, she's sniffing soap, which you don't need to. I don't know. Just use it.
What's the word for this scent in English? Jasmine.
What?
Yeah.
I don't think I would know what that.
Right? Like,
I'd probably like lavender. I don't know.
yeah, I'd be like, I don't know, soap smell.
Yeah,
What do you
it's either lavender or lemon, Jasmine. Get out of here.
What do you fucking think? Yeah.
Jesus.
She's like, oh no, you got to bring some for your wife. Like, do you bring her gifts? Like, what do you think that you're the gift or something? Like, she should be happy to see you. If you love someone, you have to bring them stuff.
Yeah. Always bring a gift home, even if it's just hotel soap. Sure. Just bring a gift home.
Yep, especially if it's hotel soap.
Right? Just bring that's fine.
You stink, babe.
Yeah, here you go. Here's some hotel soap. It's Jasmine.
Jasmine, yeah.
And then we get some strong sexual content.
That's right. She asked. This is her favor. Now she's calling it a favor.
Yeah.
You your wife.
Yep. Yeah, we got a little role play thing going on here, and that's done. And then he's just kind of like, and she's like, "How old are you?" He's like, "I'm
51."
51. In real life, he's 20 years older than this actress.
Yeah, I mean, I think also in the movie.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves is Keanu Reeves is gonna be 60 this year and 2024 next year. Holy smokes.
I know he was in his mid 50s. Like he was
crazy.
Like, I think he added in the bit. I saw in some interview about the age thing here because he's like, oh no, I wanted to see what it's like to like play someone my age, being a person in this situation.
And she basically calls him out. She's like, yeah, after all those years, 51, you haven't learned how to embrace someone in a moment like this, right? Because she's kind of crying, and it's a whole emotional thing that we got going, right? And then we jump to some diamond pillow talk, right?
Yeah.
And we get some just good old diamond history information.
Some Greek, yeah.
Yep. Greek word. Was it adames? Adames, I think.
Something like that. I didn't write down.
Which was means unalterable. Because she asked, she's like, okay, the blue diamond will lose its color.
Yeah.
So no, they won't lose their color.
She's like, is that why you love them? He's like, I love them because they're beautiful and rare and tough.
He might as well just been like you.
Yeah, exactly. But thankfully, the script is slightly more subtle than
that. Yeah, right. Slightly,
ever so slightly.
And then they kiss, and then we get he's suiting up John Wick style here, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Keanu Reeves,
she's still drinking champagne in the bathroom.
Yeah, I mean, when in St. Petersburg, right?
That's right. What a life.
Nothing good happens anytime before 10.
Well, before 10 p.m. Yeah.
10 p.m. So he's just like, hey, stay here. I got to go do a thing with a guy. I got to go talk to a guy about a thing, right?
Yeah. I'll be back in a couple hours.
I'll be back in a couple hours. And she's like, what? I just got to sit in a hotel? And he's like, yeah.
I need to go appease a man.
Yeah. And he takes off, right? And then she's like looking around and she finds a notepad with the address written on it.
Exactly.
I mean, I know one of our safety tips is like always write it down, but
don't leave it in easy finding of someone you care about.
Yeah, destroy it. I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know what the lesson is from this one.
I don't know either, but just don't leave information out.
That's right.
That's
leave information about.
Don't leave information just written on a notepad. So she finds the address, and you're like, oh boy, this isn't going to be good. He told you not to come to this thing, and
I know. And she's going to be at the thing, of course.
She's going to be at the thing, and then it's going to go bad. And it's like, and then she's going to be upset. It's like, I can be upset. He told you not to go. And then she shows up, and it's all goes bad. Anyway, so we're at the restaurant club, and
yeah, I think it might be even like his house. I don't know.
Yeah, Boris's place, right? We'll call it Boris's cave.
Yeah, but from the trailer, he's like there hanging out, drinking with the women.
The Bori cave, right? Yeah. He's like, come on in, let's do business, right? Oh, this was the other one. This was the other one that was kind of reversed too. The shot, the picture was swapped. In the trailer, Keanu comes
notice that.
right to left, and in this one, he's left to right. I don't know. It's very strange. I don't know why they did that.
Mm-hmm.
So then we got Boris. He's checking the diamond guy, right? Diamond guy Lou over there. He's just like
diamond guy's so weird. Not a good actor.
No, but he's like, it's good, right?
Yep.
It's kind of important because he's just doing the old fashioned like magnifying glass inspection of it. It's important because Keanu's got the machine, the spectrometer or whatever.
Spectrometer,
yeah. That comes back later on the second go when we get some fake dimies, but we'll get there, right?
Yep.
And then
he's like, are the rest just as lovely? And he's like, yep. He's like, then we'll be friends for life. Best friends.
And then Katya shows up.
Yeah, you hate to see it.
Oh boy. So we got a bit later, right?
Yeah.
And we got Boris. He's bumping some lines here, right?
Yep. Snorting stuff off the table. It's getting offered, passed around, and he's like toasting to life. It's like, to life. Let's go, baby.
Yeah. I mean, this probably is an ITMT safety tip, but I mean, it's just like a general life safety tip. Don't do lines with Russian mobsters during a diamond deal. right?
That's right. That's right.
Just stay away from that. I think that's just a general life tip.
It's another one. Yeah. Don't point a gun at anything you don't want dead, and don't
do lines with
do
Russian
lines with
mobsters,
Russian gangsters. Yeah.
on a diamond deal. Like, come on.
No brainer.
Yeah. Keep your head clean. Katya, she goes right in there. She crushes the line. She's like, to life. You know, sorry for the bird. And then
Boris is like, I like this girl.
I like this girl. Yeah. He goes in for a punch, and then Keanu, he goes in for a line, right? So we're all coked up, right?
Yep. Opa.
And then we get the whole Blood Brothers thing from the trailer, right?
Yeah.
But this one's got a little bit more to it, and Boris decides to go a little hitch to the whole Blood Brothers plan here.
Yeah. You want to explain how it works?
Do I have to do this?
Yeah, it'll be funnier if you say it.
Maybe. I don't know. So, okay. Oh, God.
Would you like to become my brother?
Would you like to become my blood brother? We are blood brothers. So Boris has got a little hitch to becoming a blood brother, and Keanu's like, oh yeah, blood brothers. They shake hands. Like, cool, let's do this. And then Boris is like, I don't know how to explain.
Just say it.
I'm like visibly uncomfortable right now.
I know, it's the best.
So, Boris is basically like, I got idea. I've got a good idea for us become blood brothers.
Here's what I like to do.
Here's what I like to do when becoming blood brothers. Your lady, Katya, she's sucking me off. Now all of a sudden Italian, Russian. At the same time, my girl over here, she's sucking you off.
Yep.
We look at each other's eyes, and then we are blood brothers.
Yeah. Then after, nothing can separate us.
I don't think Boris knows what blood brothers means.
Well, no, because he's like, in America, you have blood brothers. Let me tell you about Russia brothers.
Yeah, Russian brothers, right.
And so that's when he was like, I'm touched by your gesture, but this is not how we do things in America.
Yeah. And he's clearly visibly uncomfortable and realizing the situation here. And Keanu politely tries to decline, but Boris is like, nah, man. No,
Thank God we're in Russia, man.
Opa. And he's pushing his subject, and he's like, no, this is happening. I was like, oh, we're going to do this. This is going to happen. Okay.
Well, because, basically then Boris talks to Katya, and he's like, look, I don't think your American friend understands how serious this is. Like,
you tell him.
No, you tell him to tell you
to do this. And
she does.
And
that's right. It's cinema.
Yeah, Costco's going around, not BJ's. Costco's for everyone.
That's right. Cinema.
And then we're outside.
That's like they're like walking down a sketchy alley afterwards.
Yeah, and like the
big mad. Obviously.
Oh yeah, and the tense thriller music's going, and they're both very distraught, and she's obviously very upset. And
it's like dawn at this point too. Like they've been partying all night long.
Yeah. I mean, when in St. Petersburg, right?
Yeah.
So that's that, and then we're back at the hotel, and we're back at the hotel.
Well, before that, she like kind of like collapses and cries, and they hug it out on the side of the road there. So they kind of make up, and then back to the hotel. They're like super depressed, and then the staff is being very weird.
Our hotel clerk lady there, she's like, ugh. And Keanu's looking around. He's like, oh, I see some shady people here, right? Just kind of keep an eye on them. And then
your room number, sir?
Yeah. And she's like, they're already up there. Kind of gives him a little heads up, but it doesn't matter because he still goes up there. And I shot of the trailer of him getting off the elevator, and they kiss, and then we're in the hotel room. And guess who's there? FSB motherfuckers.
That's right. Who like immediately are like, get the woman out of here. And so they like make a big scene about it, and then they literally like bring her like 10 feet around the corner. Like it's not even a different room. It's like, it's just, it's like, okay, slightly around the corner.
Like you can still hear the conversation that's going on right now. It's like it doesn't make any sense. So then the FSB guy, he's just basically, we have no interest in you really. They actually want you to leave. We want you to leave the country as soon as possible. But since you're here, we've caught the guy Samsonov. We got him. We got a bunch of his fake diamonds, blah, 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 right? Mm-hmm. What we want you to do is we want you to set up a deal with Boris with the diamonds, the money, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, we want him to buy them so that we can get that money.
Right. And then he's like, well, what if I say off? And he's like, oh, do you say off? Well, it happens to the lady then, right?
Perhaps you don't care, but perhaps you do.
Yeah. And at the same time, Keanu's like, well, if I do this to Boris, like Boris will kill me. So he's kind of stuck in between a rock and a St. Petersburg.
Yeah. He's like, what'll that give me? Like a day? And the FSB's guy's like, no, probably 3 days.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Yeah. Like, okay, well, great. Right. So then turns out he does agree to help because the other FSB guy's like, well, Kachi, you're in luck. He saved your life. You get to go home.
Yeah, he was being creepy too, touching her hair, touch people's hair.
Yeah.
Don't touch people's hair unless they want you to. Get out of here.
Don't touch people's anything unless they want you to.
That's a good point. Thanks for clarifying that.
Yeah, no problem.
So we're in a car ride. We got FSB guys, right? Talking, they're speaking in Russian here, talking about how long it's going to take for Keanu to get killed.
Yeah, and his wife and Katya anyway.
And Katya, yeah, they're all going to die. And then, I guess, now, he says his wife, and Keanu picks up on that, right? Yeah. So we got some more stakes here, and then,
I didn't get this part because then he was like, "How much should Samsonov pay you guys?" And the FSB's guy's like, "I thought he said 40 million," and I was like,
"That's what I thought too."
What? Yeah. That's so much. Like if Keanu's cut was only going to be 1 million earlier,
maybe there's some math we're missing here or something somewhere.
Yeah, it's crazy. But basically they kind of agree that it's not going to be a problem. They hand him stuff to do the job. Then he's got to go sell the diamonds, get the wire transfer. They give him the account information, whatever else.
Yep.
He's like, is this going to be a problem? He's like, it won't be a problem as long as his diamond guy doesn't bring a spectrometer, which he didn't last time. So it'll probably be fine.
Should be fine, right? Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Not our problem.
And then the FSB guys are like, yep, well, thanks. Smell ya.
Yeah. They drop him off. They wire him up too, right? And then it's basically shot from the trailer, him getting out of the car, just walking in the street, right? And he goes to Boris's hideout, right?
Yep, exactly.
Walks down the alley, whatever. And then
my brother.
Get there, right? And he's like, he pulls out the diamonds. He gives the diamonds to the diamond checker guy, right?
Yep.
And the guy pulls out the spectrometer. No.
Yep. And Pavel is like, if something goes bad, you die. Just remember that.
Just remember. Pavel's just waiting for his moment to shine, right? And he gets it. Yep. He gets it. And Keanu's kind of like, dude, what's up with your buddy here?
I love this bit from Keanu. He's like, does brother mean something different in Russian than in America? Why are you checking my diamonds?
Yeah. Keanu's trying to talk himself out of the spectrometer running, right?
Yep, exactly. And which the guy is really struggling with how to use, apparently, also.
Yeah. Like, isn't this your job? Is this what you do? I
don't think this was scripted.
Yeah, this is what you need to do, right?
I think he was like, and they were like, just leave it. I've had enough of this guy. This is the 15th take.
Yeah, we're done with this. So Keanu kind of talks himself out of the spectrometer usage, right? And Boris is like, get the out of here.
It's like, you got to stop this. If it insults him, like it insults me, don't stop checking that guy's diamonds. If he says they're good, they're good.
Yeah, Pavel's still giving him some eyes, and they wire the money, and everything goes through, right?
Yeah, the deal is done.
The deal is done. We've sold some diamonds. We're back in the FSB car. Success. And FSB guy's like, you're very good. You should have been an actor. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we're cut to a bus station. Katya returns home, right? Ivan's there. She's still distraught, kind of all,
he hugs her. Yep. Very nice.
Yep. She's not happy. Cut back to the airport, right?
Yep.
We got Keanu. Safety tip: don't text, walk, or fart while on an escalator, right?
That's right.
Or read. Yeah.
Whatever. I can't remember, but it's important.
It's all three of those things. Just don't do this, right? So shot from the trailer. And then we get a text from Andre. He's like, I know where Pyotr is. He's hiding on some land he bought near Mirny. Then he calls Vincent
and explains that he's like, you got to call Volkov, Boris, and offer him 65 million for those diamonds, even though they're like 40 million worth of diamonds.
Yeah.
But you got to give him a super high offer. And he's like, I don't want those diamonds. He's like, yeah, no, just do it. Like delay it. Buy me like 24 hours. And that's when he agrees, and he's like, well, you're calling in a favor, but I'm going to do it for free because I like you.
What? What am I missing here? So what's the point of him doing this? He wants to delay the transaction to give him time to
find the diamonds.
To find the actual diamonds?
To go find Pyotr, find the diamonds.
Okay. Yeah. So delay the transaction, but I don't know why he needs to just go find the diamonds. You've already done the deal with Boris. Like, Why do you need to bring?
But Boris, I think, knows that they're not real at this point, or
at this point,
he's about to. Like,
he's about to. Yeah, okay,
exactly. So I think it's like just buy me some time. Somehow.
Yeah. No, it definitely is that. It's just the logic of it. I was like, what? But anyway, so yeah.
Now this movie's stupid.
Yeah. And yeah, so then he's like, I'll pay you $100K to do it. And Vinny's like, nah, bro, we're bros. I'll do it for free, And you're a terrible man, but an excellent friend, right?
Yep.
Vincent's like, I mean, if you're messing with Boris, like he'll just kill you on principle, But
yeah, which
I think he'd just kill you because you're messing with him. But sure,
we'll find out.
Keanu waits. He's just waiting at the airport, calls his wife.
It's so boring.
But says nothing. No message left, right?
Yep. He gets the voicemail and just like it pauses for like a minute.
A lot of voicemail in this movie.
Yeah.
So much. Now we're back at Katya's house, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got Ivan walking around with a propane tank. Keanu shows up.
Yep.
He's like, hey. And he asks Ivan for some help. He's like, hey, I'm gonna ask you a favor here. And Ivan's like, dude, like me and the bros are only joking, but if you hurt Katya again, we're gonna kill you, basically, right?
Yep, exactly.
We'll take care of you for real this time. Keanu's like, all right,
okay,
that's fair.
And he's like, all right, what do you need?
Yeah,
which I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like that's the other thing I hate about this movie is the flip around on Ivan is like too much, too quick.
Yeah.
It's like, this all happens within like a day or two, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And you're like, oh, actually, we're all of a sudden best friends.
Yeah, just because you killed my dog, like
yeah, right. Yeah, because you killed my dog. Thanks.
Like that's the reason why we're like bros now. Like,
right, exactly. So then, like, Katya's watching from the window. It gets revealed, and then all of a sudden she's outside, and Hill walks over to her, and they hug, and she's all mad, and he's like, "Hate me yet?" And she's like, "No."
And then we get some strong sexual content.
That's right. Appropriate audiences only.
Yep. SSC.
Yeah. Then we like this is another one where they just kind of like do weird transitions. So like the train earlier that we had for a second, they're like forest. And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to transition,
I guess, but
so yeah, Siberian woods again, or more like the Canadian woods.
Yeah.
So then we're on the woods, right? And we got Ivan, one of the two other bros there.
Crew,
yeah, Katya, right? They're driving out to a cabin where Pyotr is, right? Hiding out.
A couple more guys in the back too.
Yep. And then Ivan and Keanu, they head towards the shed and the cabin there to kind of check things out, right?
You have to like stay with the car with Katya. Everyone stays except for Ivan.
Yeah.
And they find a little building outpost here.
Yeah. And Pyotr.
Did you know it?
Overdosed, right? Overdosed. They made it look like
tortured to death and then frozen in the chair, like left for dead.
Oh yeah, I mean he definitely left. Yeah. It looked like they had done something to his arms, like they like shot him up or something like that, or whatever. Yeah. Exactly, he's toast. And I was like, I think this is gonna be a trap, but
fucking Pyotr,
right?
The second or third time we hear that in this movie.
Yeah. And then Count was like, hey, Ivan, head home, right? Take Katya, go home. And he's like, I should drive you both to the airport and you guys should leave together. Which again, yeah, I agree. Like, why is Ivan like all of a sudden like,
yeah, he's like, oh, I got to help them and I got to help Katya escape with him to America. Like, where are they going to go? I don't know. Kiana's like, on your hunts, does the bear ever escape? And you're like, oh, okay. Oh, right. He's the bear.
He's the bear. Yeah.
And he's like, in a few days, can you do something for me? Tell her I would have burned my house down for her.
Comes back to
okay.
Yeah. The old gulag story coming back, I guess. Like, oh my God.
And he's like, what do I tell her for right now though? He's like, I'll be back in a minute.
No, you won't.
That seems unlikely.
Yeah. And Ivan's like, here, take this gun. So he gives him like the rifle, whatever, right?
The bear needs his claws.
And then they kind of leave somewhat, right? And then
this movie both accelerates and slows down dramatically right now. You're like, oh, it must be coming to the thrilling conclusion. But instead it's like, oh no, he just like closes the door and like walks around.
Yeah, he like checks out the cabin in the woods, right? Yeah. And then she heads to the cabin, right? And he's, with the one last parting words here, and he's like, he lies and says, "Oh, Pyotr is coming with the diamonds." Yep. He's like, "Go home. I'll see you in the morning. I'll make some French toast." And I was like, "Probably not." Right?
Definitely not. She's like, "And you'll be fine." He's like, "Yep."
No.
So they kiss, and he's like, "I'll see." She says, "I'll see you in the diamonds and my breakfast in the morning. Good luck."
See ya.
And she heads out. He watches her go. This is confusing me. I was like, why even show this little interim scene here because I guess because of the GPS part, but he's like, it's getting dark and it's windy outside. He's got a little light on the cabin. And he takes his like GPS blocker thing off the phone so that way people can find him. He's like,
and then we're next morning, right? And he's burning down Pyotr's building there with Pyotr in there, right?
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. Where like this just like drags, even though it's like the thrilling conclusion.
Yeah, this definitely does.
They like cut over to like the snow melting a little bit on the roof. You're like,
yeah, it's like trying to be too dramatic and artsy. Just get to the point. So then we got guys in the woods with guns, right? Pavel and the gang march into the woods, right?
Yep.
They come up to the cabin, they pop the door, take a few shots, like, hey, he's not in here. And then Keanu, he's up in the tower, just sniping some guys, right?
Yep. And by up in the tower, you mean in the cabin at sea level. So
yes, yeah.
He does not have the high ground really, but he gets a couple of the guys, which is nice.
Yeah,
except they have automatic weapons and he does not. So
yeah, this is like bringing a knife to a gunfight here. This isn't going to go well. So yeah, he takes out quite a few, kind of John Wicky, you know.
Yep. But those guys' bullets would definitely go through the walls also.
Oh yes, yeah. It's just wood. It's Siberian wood.
Yep.
You know, so.
Super dry, probably.
Yep, super dry. So they got him surrounded in like this little other extension cab, whatever he is, right? And he goes a little John Wicky on them. He starts taking out a bunch. He's reloading, right? Takes a few more out. And then he gets like, now he's outside the cabin. He's in the woods, like kind of walking around.
Yep.
Takes a few more out. And you think there's hope that he's going to get through this.
Except then
takes one to the shoulder.
Out. Except the music. And like that's how you know he's not going to make it.
He's not going to make it. Yeah. As soon as the music cuts out and like the sound goes away, like your guy's dying. That's it, right? It's gonna be more dramatic. So he takes one of the shoulder, right? And then like
gets another guy.
Yep. Turns, takes that guy out, right? And then he's like trying to reload or something like this. And then Pavel comes out of nowhere with the shotgun and boom from behind. See ya, bro. And just turns and exit stage left.
Quick flash of having sex with Katya.
Yep. Because I mean, right.
Probably the last thing going through his mind. So then he's down on the ground.
Yeah, we just got a close up of his eye for a really, really long time. You think he's gonna blink?
Yeah, you do think he's gonna blink.
I was like, he's not gonna blink. No. And then the end.
Yep. Anticlimactic.
Yeah.
That might be the fastest part 2 we've ever done.
Might be. We motored. All right, so I don't know, Jared and Russ ameliorate.
Sure. Yeah. I don't even know where I'd start on this one.
Time is fine. Hour and 45 minutes. I'm good with that. That's a good time length.
Sure.
Maybe have some things actually happen.
That's where I'd start, I guess. Write some plot into it.
Anything. I think you could do a little more with the FSB stuff, I think. You know, maybe plot that a little bit more, I think.
Or give us more Boris. Give us more like gangster backstory. Like how I kind of thought Boris was going to be like a bumbling idiot kind of gangster where he's like, like he's all talk and he's not really gonna do anything about like make him out to be a threat earlier. Like I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you could show that, I guess. I mean, also not you don't have to go too crazy on it because, like, you get the sense. You get the sense of the dialogue and everything else that he's a bad dude. But yeah, you could do a little show instead of telling us, right?
Because like the end, like I mean, he just like sends a death squad to like go, like annihilate this guy, and you're like, show me that earlier a little bit.
Yeah. I felt weird about the Katya connection here. Like she's literally just a random woman that works at a cafe that he.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know, it felt just too...
I kind of like that part, I guess, because it was like, at least it felt like this is something that he's kind of done before a little bit.
Yeah.
But like maybe not fallen in love or like something that he.
Yeah, I can see that.
I didn't hate that part, but I didn't love it.
Yeah, and I think you said it before too, the turns for Ivan too. It's kind of hard to believe.
Yeah, it's so quick.
Yeah.
It's another one where like, this movie could have been 2.5 hours. I would have hated it if it was 2.5 hours, but
yes,
they could have put a bunch more story into it to at least make some of the pieces make a little more sense.
You needed something a little more. I mean, I think I knew what they're trying to do, but it just didn't play out the way. Like they're trying to do like this slow burn tension building thing, but it just the tension wasn't like constant. Wasn't like constantly building up.
Like the bear hunt scene was supposed to be the one that made the relationship apparent, which is like fine because it kind of did, but also like that's it.
Yeah, like that's all he's got to do is just shoot it.
Give us a second bear hunt. I don't know.
Like one more thing. Like one
Yeah.
more thing to prove that he's like,
Right.
quote unquote, his brother in a way. So
Yeah. I don't know.
I
Stupid.
don't know. Yeah.
This movie stunk. One of the worst. Do not recommend. Go watch Clowntergeist. I'll forever recommend Clowntergeist.
When in doubt, watch Clowntergeist. So
That's right.
all right, well, I think we're done here. Let's leave this Siberian forest.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for listening. We're back next week with a new movie. In the meantime, you can follow us on Instagram at It's This Meets That, right? ITMT Pod on Twitter. Subscribe wherever you're listening and share with a friend.
Yeah. Or share with a stranger. Write us a review. 5 stars would be nice. Maybe a comment. Just, tell us how you're feeling. Give us some feedback. We love feedback.
Yeah.
Or if you're feeling old fashioned, you want to send us long form feedback, you can send us an email. It's thismeetsthat@gmail.com. We'll read those in the trailer trash and fan service like we always do. Or you can go to the website, find all the information about It's This Meets That, find information about Russ's book out now.
Yeah. Go get it.
Go get it. Help support Russ because
Starving artists.
yeah, he's a starving artist, right? So you can find more information about that at Russ's website, russcapassa.com.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
It's thismeetsthat.com is our together website where you can also probably find a link to russcapassa.com.
So many things to do.
Right.
Goodness, yeah. So
double websites all the way.
yeah. 2 websites. You got to leave 5 stars, comments, email us, all this sort of stuff, right?
Yeah, it's called action items.
Action items. I hope you wrote these down.
Don't put them in the parking lot.
Is that it?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Have a good one.